The federal courts are off to a quick start. The Senate has confirmed 12 appeals court judges in the president's first year. That's a modern record. Some of his nominees have come under fire for extreme lack of experience or basic legal knowledge. Just the latest example is Matthew Petersen, who's currently a commissioner on the Federal Election Commission. Here's part of a pretty jaw-dropping exchange with Republican Senator John Kennedy from a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on the nomination. You got to look at this.
Have you ever tried a jury trial?
I have not.
Civil?
No.
Criminal?
No.
Bench?
No.
State or federal court?
I have not.
Okay. Have you ever taken a deposition?
I was involved in taking depositions when I was associate at Wiley Ryan when I first came out of law school. But that was.
Have you ever how many depositions?
I'd be struggling to remember.
Less than 10?
Yes.
Less than 5?
Probably somewhere in that range.
Have you ever tried taking a deposition by yourself?
I believe no.
Okay. Have you ever argued a motion in state court?
I have not.
Have you ever argued a motion in federal court?
No.
When's the last time you read the federal rules of civil procedure?
The federal rules of civil procedure, in my current position, I obviously don't need to stay as, invested in those on a day-to-day basis, but I do try to keep up to speed.
If I could ask you this, sure. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we're only given 5 minutes for 5 of you. So.
Sure.
When's the last time you read the federal rules of evidence?
The federal rules of evidence all the way through would, comprehensively would have been in law school.
Do you know what a motion in limine is?
I would probably not be able to give you a good definition right here at the table.
Do you know what the Younger abstention doctrine is?
I've heard of it, but
how about the Pullman abstention doctrine?
I heard.
You'll all see that a lot in federal court.
Petersen would be a federal judge on the U.S. District Court for Washington, D.C. for a life term, potentially decades after President Trump is out of office. He would still be on the bench. Joining me now to discuss it is Walter Schaub, former director of the U.S. Office of Government Ethics, and CNN Chief Legal Analyst Jeffrey Toobin, a former federal prosecutor. So, Walter, these were incredibly basic questions for this nominee. How does somebody like this get this far?
Well, this is a testament to the poor vetting process at the White House. I saw much the same thing when I was processing their non-judicial nominees for the executive branch. The truth is, these were just really basic questions, and I think just about every attorney in America had their jaw dropped to the floor when we saw this video.
Jeff, I want to remind people, this gentleman is nominated for a lifetime appointment. I'm wondering what your reaction was to his testimony.
Well, I think you have to keep in mind what the Trump administration wants to do with the federal courts. They believe this is a very important area to move in a conservative direction. Judicial appointments have been a priority for the Republicans. Remember, Mitch McConnell shut down judicial nominations virtually during 2016, so President Obama couldn't fill Antonin Scalia's Supreme Court seat with Merrick Garland, and the Republicans have nominated people whose qualifications are often very good, but always very, very conservative, like Mr. Petersen, and that's really the priority here. It's ideology over competence, at least in this case.
But